Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. What is the relation between the warning that was given to Adam, to human, in Genesis 2:17, not to eat from the tree of knowledge itself, and the creation of human awareness few verses later? Why to help Adam or human not to eat from the tree of knowledge? Because this is something that human is not capable of. So let's pay attention. Though there is a warning to human not to nourish himself from the tree of knowledge, and we have to decode here what tree of knowledge is. Basically, human productivity only, without relating to the source of life, to the origin of creation, to the oneness. When a person is drunk by its own powers to move and to act in the world, this is considered to be the case in which a person eats from the tree of knowledge. So let's look into this speech. Though God warns human not to consume his own productivity, but to relate also to the source, the warning is not enough. God also puts a barrier, install a barrier in the human that will help him not to eat from the tree of knowledge only. And what is this barrier? And the answer is simple. The barrier is human consciousness. By installing in us a system of recognition, we shall be able, if we choose to reflect, we are capable to see and to measure how far we are from the tree of life and to turn, basically. And so says Genesis 2:21, and the Lord God caused Adam to sleep, and he slept, and he took, and now I move to the Hebrew, ויקח אחת מצלעותיו, and he took one of his sides, and here side or צלע refer to one of the letters of the tetragrammaton, ויסגור בשר תחתנה, and he closed a flesh instead of it. When people see the word flesh, they think about blood or steak that they buy in the supermarket, because in Hebrew, until today, when people want to buy meat in the supermarket, they ask for basar, meat, or flesh in English. But what does the word basar, flesh in English, mean in this context? Why does God already acting as influencing power in us, though there is a warning? Warning will not be enough. So there is a need to install a system of awareness inside of us. Now, the question is the following. What is this basar, flesh, that was installed in us or in Adam while he is sleeping? Plus, we have to decode the word, and he slept. And he slept, Vaishan, has the value of 376, like Esau, or 6 times Hevel, if we decode the word basar, flesh, that is written in Hebrew with 3 letters, Bet, Shin, Resh, in little numbers. Bet equals 2, we have 2. Shin, 300, but now we shall take the small 3. Resh is 200, and we shall take the 2. In this case, 2 plus 2 is 4, and Shin remains as 3. So we have 3 and 4. 3 as 300 is Shin, 4 as Mem. And together Shin Mem is Shem. Shem is not just a name, but also meaning. Meaning. So, this verse does not mean when a person goes to sleep at night on his pillow. This is not it. The verse speaks about us being asleep here. Being asleep while we supposed to be alive and creative and communicative. So what does it mean here to be asleep? And we gave a hint before. It has the value of Esau. Esau was a hunter. He was hunting every animal just for the sake of amusement. The hunter does not need to hunt an animal to eat. We see many families that are related to a certain crown. They just hunt for fun, not just because they need to eat. In nature, when a lion catches a gazelle or any kind of an animal, he hunts it to eat it. But human hunt things, and not just animals, just for the sake of their own amusement and entertainment. This is why there's already a remedy or a cure which is installed in us, and we find it in the verse. In verse 20, and to human he did not find assistant against himself, like a fitting companion. Ezer kenegdo, the term in Hebrew, Ezer kenegdo, has the value of 360. 360 is a circle. So, what is the appropriate assistant against human self-drunkenness? The notion that we are zeros. This is assistant against our own distorted sense of self-importance. This is why the Bible describes the following procedure, that though all of us being asleep here, a little spark is being awake, and this spark, when the Bible calls it here a rib, tzela in Hebrew, tzela, a rib, has the value of 190. Without the zero, it's the value of Eve, Chava. Chava, Eve, comes from Chavaya, experience. So, though we are all being busy sleeping here and hunting after things, a little spark in us is being aware of what is going on. Though most of our might is busy, a little spark is aware of what is happening. And this part in us has the ability to give this experience a name, a word, a conscious. This is why The following text says, "This time, this is essence of my essence, flesh of my flesh, but not flesh, basar." Basar also have another value in Hebrew. Bet is 2, sar together 500, 2 double 500 is 1,000, Elef is 1,000, but also Aleph 1. This is my unity, my recognition. This is who I am, a divine soul, not just a sleeping hunter. Because the hunter aspect in us is sleeping, we have to amuse ourselves. But when a person is really in relation to the eternal, the relation itself is so alive that a person does not need to entertain himself. We saw already in the 20th century, in the 20s of the 20th century, please pay attention to the value of the numbers. The entertainment industry in the last century is blooming. There's like records industry, radio, telephone, film industry, movies, cabaret, nightclubs. People entertain themselves with cocaine. And in 1929, almost 100 years ago, suddenly there's economic crisis because people are busy being entertained, doing nothing. And suddenly comes the bell and everybody wakes up to a different reality, awakened reality, with troubles, but awakened. I hope you can see the truth behind those words, because the Bible does not tell us historical story or archaeological story. The Bible brings the structure of human awareness. Wishing you all beautiful day and wonderful week. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Kol Tuv and Shalom.